to you live from my apartment. It's Rob Has a Podcast. And now here's the guy who is ecstatic to bring you a recap of the 25th anniversary celebration of CBS Presents Big Brother and Entertainment Tonight special. I'm Rob Cesternino. Hello, everybody. Happy anniversary, everybody. It is the big anniversary of 25 years seasons of Big Brother, and I'm excited to get back together and talk about an honest to goodness hour of Big Brother that was on television tonight. Back with us, of course, the man who is getting ready, about to be very busy. Please welcome back Taran Armstrong. Taran, how are you?
You know, I think it's finally time to admit that I actually turned down this podcast host role. Yeah, I wanted to be on NPR podcasts.
Yes.
And I said, you know, if I go on RHAP,
yes,
they're never going to let me on NPR. But then Rob threatened my life. So now I'm here. And I'm really happy. Really happy about it.
Frankly, if you said no, it would have been considered an act of insubordination.
Yeah.
So
we all know what that means.
Yes. So
means,
thank goodness. Thank goodness you're back here with us. Okay. All right. We're very excited to have back with us again, live from Sequester. It's Aman Adwin.
Oh, not that shit again. I am so happy to be here. I love the Big Brother season. I feel like we've had a nice break, or at least I have. Like, it's just been, you know, what is the phrase? The heart misses or fawns what it misses, some shit like that. Whatever it is.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Grow fonder. There it is. Thank you.
Fawns what it misses.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be back.
Put that on an inspirational quote poster, please.
That Julie should sign off the show one week with that.
I'm happy to be back. I'm excited for Big Brother. I'm always hopeful for the new and upcoming season. Season 25 is such like a landmark season, so I'm so super excited to be back.
Okay, and of course, very excited to have here with us, taking copious notes, Frail Mary herself, Mary Kwiatkowski. Yes.
Sorry, I just had to write down the heart fawns what it misses, so I don't forget that. That's great.
Yes. Mary, how are you?
I'm doing great. What had more things, like the title of this episode, or like the back of a t-shirt when you go to like a summer kickball league and it has all the sponsors?
There's a lot to get in here on this Big Brother retrospective. Definitely there were some fun moments, but I couldn't believe how long it went on for about things. We covered a lot of ground. I think maybe some surprises of what they talked about, what they didn't talk about. But we're here to get into it all, as 1 week from tonight, it all kicks off. Our Big Brother coverage kicks off with our premiere episode next Wednesday night. We will be live with the recap after the live move-in. So join us then. Make sure you subscribe to all things Big Brother. Go to robhasawebsite.com/Big Brother. And of course, you can watch everything we're doing here live on YouTube and Twitch. You could go ahead and hit that subscribe button now and get locked in for a season of all of our coverage here on RHAP. All right, Taran, what's the headline tonight?
The headline for me, the most surprising bit of information that was revealed to me, and this was shocking, I was flabbergasted, was that Jordan thought Jeff was cheating when he proposed to her.
Yeah, that seemed like a bad sign for them. Yeah, right, Mary? I mean, if she's like that convinced, like he was cheating, like I feel like that's ominous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was being really secretive and sketchy for a little while before he proposed. I think you're doing something wrong with your proposal if someone thinks that you're cheating on them.
Yeah, so that was pretty wild. So it was interesting, the people that they spoke to versus the people that they didn't. Aman, do you think that did they reach out to a bunch of people and people said no, or do you think that certain people just weren't asked for whatever reason?
I think it's both, because it did feel a little strange having some people but not others. Like, I feel like we probably could have seen maybe a couple more people from
Could you go through like some of the snubs and go, did they say no or did they not get asked? Throw some names out there. Okay, Dr. Will said no or didn't get asked.
He definitely got asked and said no.
Got asked and said no.
Because of scheduling. Because I
Yes.
feel like he has no qualms with appearing on that lot.
Yeah. Taran, you agree?
I think so. So Dan Giesling was also asked. He tweeted out that they couldn't make it work, which to me implied, and maybe he said something different, but to me implied they weren't paying enough to make it work. Which would also track for a Dr. Will no as well.
I don't think they paid people anything to be on this.
Right.
Yeah. I think that they paid $0. Maybe they like flew you in. I think if you wanted that, but I don't think anybody got appearance fees. Nicole Franzel.
I don't think this might be controversial, especially considering what's going on in Hollywood right now. I don't think that they need to be paid that much, if anything at all. Like
come or don't. We don't care.
Yeah, it's not this is not the Oscars, okay? Like it's Big Brother. Like, just come, say hi, and leave. Like that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Nicole and Victor, noticeably absent.
Nicole, I mean, at the end of recently she's been quoted as saying that she would come back again, but I know that at the end of 22, she was like, yeah, screw this show. Like I'm done with it. So
I think probably asked and said no.
Here's my question. How far in advance do you think that they were asking people? Because if they were asking people like a week or two in advance saying, hey, we may or may not even pay to fly you out, I could see a lot of people just being like, yeah, I don't have time for that.
We started seeing the rumblings and the tweets and the pictures of them like a month ago?
Yeah, that's true.
So?
Ago. I liked the fact that they showed some old interview clips as if they were current interview clips with like the same color chyrons under them, but it's like, oh, this is from like 2005.
Davon also asked or said no.
Yeah, that was the one that I was like, okay, what's going on?
I could see her saying no because she's sort of done with the experience.
She's more the challenge now than Big Brother, right?
Well, has she been on the challenge?
She's done with the challenge as well. I think, I don't know. I would like to believe that it was a scheduling thing because I don't see why she would say no. She doesn't hate Big Brother in the same way that some of the other alumni do. So I don't know. Interesting.
I don't think she hates it, but I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I remember her at some point saying like, I've kind of moved on, like ready for a new chapter.
Wish we have. Never. Yeah, not gonna happen. Okay. Mary, anybody else that was noticeably absent for you here tonight?
I'm surprised that they didn't get more of the showmance people to actually like give a talk. Whether or not they could even come in, I'm surprised they didn't do any like send in videos from home kind of thing.
Brendan and Rachel were not there in person.
That's true. They
seemingly sent something in. I'm not sure if they sent a camera crew to them.
Yeah. So I feel like there were probably a couple more people they could have done that for.
Paul, I felt like was noticeably absent. I mean, he's such a big part of those two seasons back to back that, not even, I don't even think we really saw a Paul moment, let alone a Paul talking head.
Anything from 18 to 19.
Yeah. They
I feel like Go ahead, Mary.
I was gonna say they definitely seem to concentrate on like the first, 6 seasons and then kind of like, 16 and then recent.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the winners as well were sort of absent. Like, I feel like we could have gotten like at least a little moment with a few more of them. We got Taylor, which obviously we need her. We got, who else did we get? We got Jordan.
Xavier
Rachel,
was on the couch with Tiffany and Jada.
Yeah. And that's about it.
Yeah, you had Cody.
And Cody and Derek. I forgot about them too.
I feel like we were missing Ian O'Malley. There's some big Ian O'Malley erasure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
We got a lot of Daniel Reyes though, which I was happy about.
Yeah,
we did get a lot of Danielle. Yeah,
you got a lot. Nice. You got a lot of Danielle,
and she looks so good too. You better work, Mama. She looks. So good.
She doesn't look any different than from Big Brother 3.
Black don't crack.
Mhm.
Keep telling y'all.
I was getting confused, like, when I was first watching the beginning, I was watching it on my phone, and it was so small, and I heard her voice, and then I walked, I'm like, "Whoa, that not even what I pictured." And then when they showed the old clips of Danielle, I'm like, it looks like, I mean, doesn't look like a different person. Looks like a person who hasn't aged and just has different hair. Like, amazing.
She's still like
Yeah.
she looks younger today
Yes.
than she did
Yep.
20 years ago.
Yeah, there's something going on. I don't trust it.
I will say I did feel a little bad for Lisa Donahue tonight because they really, like, everybody was just like, yeah, it was Danielle should have won.
I don't feel bad at all because we've been saying that for the longest time. Like, it's
I know.
Just, sometimes
I feel like
it just
people.
is what it is.
I feel like people say it. Like, I feel like the show said it tonight.
But like, yeah, CBS co-signed. Well, I mean, hey, well,
I mean, technically, this was Entertainment Tonight co-signing for CBS. A Big
they
Brother
could
special.
they could have invited her to defend her name, but they didn't. So, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Taran, I was hoping that you would style your hair like Frankie Grande tonight.
Yeah, me too. You know, I unfortunately I'm only one person, and it was a 2-person job, and I don't have it in me like Frankie does.
I mean, I mean, look, that was smart on his part because the weather has been so crazy. Like, you never know. Like, his hair was not going to move. That was very smart from Frankie Grande.
Yeah.
Good on him.
I'm
Good
not
job.
sure I enjoyed the hairdo, but it's it was nice to see Frankie back. I do feel like there's been like a little bit of a resurgence in conversation about Frankie, about whether or not like we hated him a little bit too much. And I didn't mind seeing Frankie.
He
tonight.
was another one of the like MVPs for a lot of airtime here tonight.
Yeah, he got a lot.
The Frankie moment, I feel, had the longest segment of all the moments.
Yeah, it really made him.
He won that comp by himself.
Yeah.
It was a very memorable moment for everything. So this is a hard show to talk about, right? Because it was just like there was so much stuff happening, and we were just like weaving in and out of segments.
What did Puya say? He was like, "This is like the most like this edit is like all over the place. Like they're just jumping from topic to topic to topic." And I was like, "Yeah, I agree," because I was like, feel like I had whiplash, like trying to follow like where they were going with it. But
yeah, some of it would lead into some. They're like, we're gonna do iconic contestants and moments, and then it was like, just kidding, we're talking about alliances.
Yeah,
like, never mind. I was like, we got 2 iconic moments. Boom, alliances.
The vibe to me was like people who didn't really know the show were making this special, and they just got a bunch of Big Brother people, did a bunch of long interviews with them, and then pieced together like, okay, let's try and categorize some of these things. Let's ask our editors to pull some clips from the show to show what we're talking about. And there's our special, which I wasn't expecting anything more than that. And I think it actually was fine. I think that especially if you're like a casual fan of the show and this comes on, you're kind of like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had lockdowns. Like, I think you probably enjoyed it. But that's the vibe I got.
Yeah, I actually think it was probably good for people who like really don't know anything about Big Brother. Like, I feel like that this might be like a good intro to Big Brother.
A little appetizer.
Yeah.
So none of you 3 were shocked by the fact that they can actually hear people on the other side of the wall, and the food gets magically put in their freezer.
That did
George Clooney?
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Well, let's talk about that.
That kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit, just like, hearing Janelle talk about like hearing high heels behind the walls. I mean, obviously, like they're thin walls, so of course they can hear it. But like, I don't know, stuff like that was like little anecdotals was kind of like interesting to hear about. So
yeah,
I like that.
Well,
I enjoyed that.
Let's talk about the George Clooney story, because I think that's one of the headlines of the night. Julie says that the house guests didn't even realize it, but George Clooney had wanted a backstage tour of the Big Brother house, and he was very interested in what was going on. Are we buying this? Did this happen?
I mean, it's a hell of a story to make up whole cloth.
If they did, that had to have been like season 1 or 2, right?
I would imagine.
Really
I would
That's
imagine
what I
like
was
season
thinking
1.
too,
Right? Like,
I think when it was like brand new and fresh and everyone was talking about it, and reality TV as a concept was like fresh and new, and all these celebrities were like, oh wow, look at these regular people that
Yeah.
are almost the same as me. Like
Right,
that's
so I
what
did
I
a
feel like.
search. I did a search about this. So George Clooney did enter the Big Brother Australia house, but there is a 2019 Entertainment Weekly article that says that George Clooney visited the Big Brother house.
Was George
Allison Grodner says she gave George Clooney a tour.
Was George Clooney ever like method acting studying for some sort of movie where he was going to be in lockdown somewhere and needed to tour the Big Brother house?
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Okay. All right. So that was a big
Many
headline
years ago.
that we got. We also, as Taran mentioned, that Julie actually turned down. She was not the first choice for Big Brother. Actually, Meredith Vieira was the original choice to be hosting Big Brother. What about the Meredith Vieira multiverse version of Big Brother?
That show would have been canceled. I'm sorry.
Really? You're anti Meredith Vieira? I'm very pro Meredith Vieira.
Nah.
No?
I just don't think she has any edge. And not to say that Julie Chen has like, you know, the edges of all edges, but like I'm just saying like Meredith Vieira is just she's too daytime. She's too like good morning and this is the Today Show.
She
Like
did Millionaire, Aman.
Yeah,
I couldn't picture her. Like I could picture her for season 1. I couldn't picture her for season 2. When it's like when the show got like, hey, now we're all about sexiness and voting people out, and like that's when I'm like, does she still fit? I'm not sure.
She's very personable. I like Meredith Vieira.
I like her too. I just don't know if I like her for this. But what do I know?
Yeah. That was one of the big headlines, and I don't know if we like learned too much new about anything from Big Brother, right?
I mean, it is kind of interesting that Julie Chen was sort of like forced into the role. It was like, why Julie? Like, why are they like trying to say like, oh, if you don't take this job, you're gonna be held in contempt? Like, did they really not have anybody else that they could have asked if Julie Chen said no back then? That was kind of weird to me, but I mean, okay, I guess. Like, I mean, I personally love Julie Chen. As much as we like, you know, tease her and critique her and all that, I think she really is Big Brother. I can't imagine Big Brother without Julie. So I'm glad that she's here.
I think the story is that they wanted somebody who seemed like they would give the show some gravitas, like that came from a journalism background, and nobody from a journalism background wanted to host a reality TV show.
Yeah. And I think at the time, I think that Julie Chen was like the news person on the CBS early show. And so, you know, the Big Brother 1 stuff, like they really did treat it as like, oh, this is a social experiment. Nothing like this has ever been done before. Like this is a CBS News project of Big Brother. So they did
CBS News presents Big Brother.
Yeah. So, but I did feel like that Julie was like really like on for this. I feel like I'm not used to seeing her this personable.
Yeah,
she has these moments where like she's like, click, I'm on, and then other days she's just like, all right, and welcome back to the show. Like I don't know. I guess maybe she was just in a good mood that day. Jesus was good to her that day.
Yes, definitely.
I feel like she was in her the talk mode as opposed to the Chen bot Big Brother mode.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it always seems like the parts that she has the hardest time with are the like person in my ear, something is changing. I need to make a really quick announcement and get people.
I've lost programming in my ear.
Yeah, as opposed to like the, you know, the conversation one-on-one with the camera is okay.
Yeah.
She was in Fruit Loops Dingus mode.
Fruit Loops Dingus.
Bust-a-fooligan.
Let me tell you.
I don't remember that part.
Bust-a-fooligan. How did that get lost to history?
I don't remember that at all. Like I was like, is this some sort
was
of
this
like
Mandela effect? Was
I
there
thought
always
she made it up.
Bust-a-fooligan?
Yeah,
I
they
was
played
like,
the clip.
Bust-a-fooligan. I was like,
Right?
here. I rolled my eyes like, here goes Julie messing up the quotes again.
Yeah.
And then they showed the clip. I was like, oh.
Did he
The
say
fact that I
Fruit Loop
remembered
Dingus?
that, but got Fruit Loops Dingus is wild to me.
Did he say Fruit Loop Dingus a different time without
I
the
think
He
so.
Bustafooligan?
must have.
Because
Maybe
I don't remember that part at all.
I think the
'Cause-
more famous one is like the nomination speech, right?
Yeah.
Right. So maybe in the DR afterwards he says it again and we just forgot collectively. But I was just like, what is this? I have never heard of. What is it? Snuffleupagus? What is it? What does he say?
Bustafooligan.
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 Yeah. Yeah, with the BB16 people, yeah, they really went all in on Derek and Cody, and then Frankie. But no Zach Rance. Never to be. I was surprised he got a moment because I kind of thought that they just like completely just like put him on the bad list. No Donnie.
No Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no Nicole Franzel.
Yeah, no Nicole.
They did mention that she has the record for most days in the house.
That's a lot of days, by the way.
It is a lot of days. It's a lot of days.
Yeah, I thought I had written 255. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's almost a year of the Big Brother house. But yeah, Julie was really like locked in for a lot of these things. Like, she did have like some polls. I'm like, good for you, Julie.
Yeah, she really did. Oh, no Kyland either. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, Kyland only in archival footage.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I wonder what he was doing.
I think
it's interesting.
Shooting something else. I think that's what I heard.
That he was doing the challenge?
Potentially. I don't know.
Oh, but aren't some of the other pictures on the challenge?
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
I've heard people say he was shooting something else, which I assumed challenge, but then there were other people from the challenge.
Yeah, because all the other 5 people from the cookout were all there.
Maybe they were eliminated already.
Maybe. Okay. All right, how should we go through the rest of this in terms of do you have any favorite segments, Taran?
I think my favorite stuff was the old stuff, just like going back to Big Brother 1, Julie talking about those days and how people panned it. Her bringing up the fact that it was the live feeds that really helped. I mean, for as much as I love the live feeds, I don't know how much of them like actually saved the show, but they were definitely like a huge indicator of the potential.
Yeah, live feeds was a big winner. Anybody who is afraid that Big Brother 25 is not going to have the live feeds, I think you can sleep a little bit sounder tonight. Julie even admitted that, her guilty pleasure was.
I myself have been guilty of turning on the feeds.
Wow. What an admission. The host of the show has actually watched the live feeds?
Yeah.
She a lie. She ain't watched them seasons.
Do you think if we pressed her, she would say, yeah, I have logged into AOL.com and
not AOL.
went to BigBrother2000.com to check out the live feeds where I definitely paid money for them in that first season, even though they were free?
I think she's definitely watched some YouTube clip compilations of live feed content.
One of the producing assistants would show her the highlight reel, essentially the digital dailies, if you will, before she walks on set every day. That's what happened. But
is she still watching Big Brother After Dark?
I don't know. I did see somewhere that it looked like that maybe there is going to be some Big Brother live feeds on Pluto TV this year.
Pluto TV? What is that?
Oh, it's like basically it's almost like if it's free, but it's like a cable with commercials.
Did they name it Pluto TV because it's like a TV channel, but not really?
Yes, I think that's
pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought there was a lot of talk about the live feed. So they really were hyping up the live feeds in the show.
And at this point, I'm like, no take backsies. Like, you told us you're not getting rid of them. You done hyped them up on this special. You done told us at the end of last season that there were, billions of minutes of watched feeds and stuff. Like, keep them. If they're making you that much money and you're flaunting that so much, then I don't want to hear no talks about like when Alison Grodner admitted in that a Variety interview this morning, she was like, oh yeah, like we talk about it all the time about getting into the lab. He's like, nope. I don't want to hear that.
All the time.
That's what she said. She was like, all the time. They were like, you ever think about getting rid of the lefties? They were like, all the time.
Every
like,
time we
no,
go
no.
on Twitter, we think about it.
Like,
X.
Sorry. It's still twitter.com. When the site is x.com, I'll call it X. But come on. Yeah.
Not that can worms. Oh my God.
Yes. Mary, what were some of your favorites tonight?
I'm really happy that they gave a shout out to the food competitions. I
Yes.
can't remember if it was Jeff or Jordan or whoever said like that they should bring those back, that it was more fun when people had to struggle to eat as well.
Mhm.
I've always been a huge fan of the food competitions. So that was probably my favorite part. Like Taran, anything from like the first 10 seasons that they showed was awesome.
Yeah. Fun to see all that stuff. Taran, that I'm sure that you were very excited to hear about, like the real thing that gets the drama going in the Big Brother house.
It's the twists in the game created by the show's producers that really drive the drama.
That really does drive the drama, though.
Yeah, according to the producers, it's their ideas that drive the drama of the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the twist. A lot of love for Project DNA and the X Factor.
Fair.
The X Factor. They
Yeah,
love the
I
X
noticed
Factor.
that the twist they did bring up were basically all from like pre-BB10.
I was here to say, I was like, some of these twists are looking a little old. Let's talk about some of these more egregious ones y'all have come up with in the recent seasons.
But Aman, I thought they don't even really even do like season theme twists anymore.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I feel like the most seasony twist, if you can even call it that, was like maybe like BB20, where like they started having competitions that were like at least during the premiere episode, it was like, oh, callbacks from past seasons. I hope that they do that again this season, but like actually more like in depth and more thoughtful.
Was Festy Besties not good enough for you?
Hell
yeah, they have like these loose
It's
themes,
true.
Like
They have like the camp
festivals, or,
one.
like the like casino wild card theme of 23. Like they have like themes, but they're really just skins on top of the same old tired ideas.
I'm gonna just say that BB25 house looks dumb. I'm just saying it right now. Not a fan. It just looks like it's giving cabin. It's giving.
I like that. I like the windows, the fake windows.
I mean, it's cool or whatever, but like for 25, like I don't know. Like
I got BB10 vibes a little bit. Just like the simplicity of it, but I saw flashes of it, so who knows?
Yeah,
I haven't like done a proper study.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I do think Friday is there's going to be some sort of a house tour. Is that what I think Mike had a list of like important dates to watch? So I think that we'll probably get a little bit more about the house coming up later on Friday. I was very happy that they acknowledged America's player. So I'm always happy when Big Brother every so often mentions our friend Eric.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, they were like, man, this guy, Evil Dick, he banged pots and pans, and
Julie loved that.
It worked.
Yes.
Also, coincidentally, there was this other guy, America's player, Eric's time.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a half sentence. It's like they even had twists like America's player and also another thing. No BB9, I don't think I mentioned tonight.
No, I don't.
No.
Any of that.
There was a brief flash of like the BB9 house when they were doing the house stuff. I think that was the only BB9 clip.
Yes.
The only
also,
BB15 we got was Andy winning.
We saw a shot of Andy winning. Yeah. So yeah, some things like this was a historic night.
Truly.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought that was interesting was Derek and Cody talking together, and Derek referred to the BB22 house as Cody's house. I was like, is that what they say to each other in private? Is like he calls BB16 his house because he won and he was never evicted, and so BB22 is Cody's house. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cringed a little bit, but Okay,
Well, I
guess,
thought that was a
whatever.
little spicy talking about Derek and Cody, where Danielle Reyes said that it was the stupidest move of all time for Cody to take Derek to the end. And even Frankie Grande said it was stupid.
It was
Mhm.
stupid.
I did notice with some of these interviews, like hearing Cody say, "Not for a minute did I consider to," like I've heard him say that separately, maybe 30 times, and then hearing Danielle Reyes say, "Yeah, so I should have won my season, but they didn't have. I didn't hold anything back in the I was like, she's been saying that for 20 years. Like these people, these poor people have been saying the same things, telling the same stories about their experience in this house
Yeah,
for
so
so
if we,
long.
yeah, yeah,
Back in my day, I
yeah.
should have won.
Yeah, I did feel like that whoever was producing with like Derek and Cody and Frankie Grande was really trying to stir the pot of like there was a lot of like, so Cody, did you hear that Frankie said because there was that was like the only people that they were like, wait, Frankie said what? Maybe like they were there like the same day.
They
Maybe.
probably were.
Frankie did respond to Julie's compliments. Oh,
Yes.
thank you, Julie.
Yeah.
As though they were speaking to each other. It was strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So look, Frankie Grande loves compliments, Taran.
Rob,
Yeah.
if you had gone back to Survivor, or not gone back, if you were watching a season of Survivor, much like the Island of the Idols type thing, and you saw like a big image of your face, would you find that like, oh yeah, I love watching this season because of that? Or would you find that weird? Because Derek seemed to love the giant mural of himself on the wall.
He really did love that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I would probably like it.
I think it's hit or miss, right? It
Yeah.
depends on the quality of the image. If it's like Jen level BB-8, you're probably going to be in
Mhm.
tears. If it's Derek level, clearly he was very pleased with it. So, you know,
Mhm.
you just gotta. Is it a good picture? Is
Mhm.
the question.
Yeah.
Do you like the other thing that I found interesting was Big Brother clearly knows what its iconic moments are, but hasn't bothered to recreate some of them, like the pressure cooker. Like they always bring it up in these like clip shows, and they talk about it all the time. They talk about it a lot on All Stars, but they don't bother to do it.
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about the fact that there was no trigger warning for showing the clip of Kaser taking his hand off the thing? Like,
Mhm.
excuse me, I need some sort of prep for that. That is way too traumatic to just drop on someone.
Yeah, I liked when they showed the old clip of Kaser talking about how Jen played a gross game. He's like, well, maybe I got a little carried away. Gonna walk that back a little bit. One of my favorite parts was when there was some talk about like all the different celebrities that are fans of the show, and also Julie talked about she's got some ideas for an upcoming celebrity season of Big Brother. How about this?
Real reasonable
If
guess.
we were to ever do another Celebrity Big Brother, I would love Kim K, Tom Brady, and Snoop Dogg, and Martha Stewart.
Yep.
I think that's
Sure.
achievable.
Yeah. I mean, at first I'm like, maybe Kim K is like a person she knows. Not Kim Kardashian. Maybe like Kim Cattrall. But then, then she went for it. Snoop, maybe. It's possible.
I could see Snoop doing it.
Snoop would be the
You
most
could
realistic
get
of that four.
Snoop if you got Martha to say yes first.
Yeah,
You
they
think
do hang
Snoop's
out.
funny?
They do hang out. But
Martha
Tom
would
Brady,
never agree to it because all the house arrest jokes would be coming in, and she'd be like, "Nah, I don't need to bring this up."
But
Yeah.
she did it to herself.
But like, let's look at the cast list for Celebrity Big Brother 3. Julie, like you are bless your heart.
Shoot for the
That was
moon, Rob.
ambitious. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I mean, yeah,
Mr.
the
Beast got
squeaky
Tom
wheel gets
Brady
greased.
for a video, so
Yeah.
And Tom
Oh,
Brady
man.
is feeling
got
sexy
Gronk
and
one
free
time.
right now. So I mean, Tom Brady might actually do it because he's just out here. He's like,
Mhm.
I just divorced Giselle Bundchen. I am.
They
a
were
single
lucky
man.
they got Tom Green.
Hey, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Shoot your shot, Julie. Although, I mean, I feel like we would see Julie Jen on Celebrity Big Brother before we see any of the people that she mentioned. But it's, do what you need to do. Put it out there. Put out some good mojo.
Yeah. We had an extensive segment on all of the different showmances and about how everybody loves dunking on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette about like, we have more wed couples than The Bachelor and apparently nobody has ever gotten married from The Bachelor. Maybe is there one couple
There's
that
a
got married?
couple, I think.
There's a
Yeah.
couple. The problem is a lot of them like have since broken up. There's
Oh,
very few still together.
yeah. But listen to this stat.
The show's produced 8 couples who are still together. 7 of those couples are married.
Yeah. When
calling
no
out
pressure,
Derek
Derek X and Claire.
That was big grandparent energy right there.
It really was.
Yeah.
They like
If
have a
only
gun to
8
the
of
two
8
them.
would get
married
married.
now. When are you gonna tie the knot?
I was
Mhm.
surprised at 11 babies.
Yeah. Well, I
Ele-
think Jessica and Cody have like 4 or 5 among them.
That
so.
immediately made it make sense to me.
Yeah. I forgot they won the Amazing Race.
Do you think Adora is
Yeah.
like old enough to know that she's a Big Brother baby? Like, do you think that
Yes.
Brent will tell her
Yes.
you're a Big Brother baby?
I think they say that to her every night when she goes to bed. Now we're gonna read you the book of our love story.
Mhm.
And they just watch live feed clips.
Yeah. I was happy also Matt Hoffman got to be seen as the officiator in the Brendan and Rachel.
I had
wedding.
no idea that happened. I had no idea. I was like, what?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'd never seen it. I like it was funnier seeing it than I had imagined.
Yes, it was on. I want to say like the Wii Network, I think at the time. But yeah, it was a whole special. Brendan and Rachel get married.
Not like the most dishonest person in that season being the officiator of someone else's
Mhm.
wedding.
Yes, I don't know how Julie would feel about that. I don't think he's a man of the cloth.
I was
But
gonna say, are they sure he got registered? Like, is their marriage actually valid? Like,
Yeah.
let's double check.
all right, should we turn our attention to Big Brother 25? Is there anything else to highlight from the special?
I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting a lot from the special, but it did make me think about how cool it would be to have a special that was made maybe like specifically for people that know the show by
Mhm.
people that know the show.
Yeah.
Especially like some of like the big moments that they showed. I felt like they sped right through them, giving us a
Yeah.
little more context about like what Keisha's birthday was, what led into
Mhm.
it, and how it played out. Could have been really fun. They're the only people that are like legally allowed to do that with all the clips.
Exactly.
Something like that would be very cool. And then I do feel like there's an appetite for like the history of the show. And so like digging more into that sort of thing is, I think, really interesting. So I don't know. It's a cool concept. I wish that there were more, but we got what we got, and it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
Entertainment Tonight is like, they're always sort of like the more like sped up version of a docu-series, right? Like, I feel like this would have served better a lot more if it were maybe 2.5 hours as opposed to 1.
I don't think I could have taken another 90 minutes, Aman.
I could have if they did what Taran said in that, like,
Yeah.
they went a little bit more in depth and they colored things in a little bit more. Like, I feel like there's
Sure.
there's an audience for that. So like, I don't know, like, we see, like, why is it like the biggest like Big Brother documentaries that we see come from Taran or other YouTubers? Not that those things aren't like great and entertaining, but like, you, like Taran said, they have access to all of it. They have the entire archive.
Mhm.
Create, give us that
Yeah.
stuff. Give us more behind the scenes. Invite more people. Like, show us more. Like, here we are again, being these Big Brother fans, complaining about something. But like, I don't know.
Right.
It just feels like they seem to act like they care about legacy, but when they actually get down to the nitty gritty of it, it seems like it's like a very quick and like last minute thing. So I did enjoy it, but I agree with Taran in that there was much more that I feel like could have been shown. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 1 week from tonight, we're going to get our Big Brother 25 premiere. Taran, what do we know at this hour about Big Brother 25?
All new players, as far as we know. The cast is probably going to drop Monday, Tuesday-ish.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Tuesday.
I'd guess
personally.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Which is, of course, the premiere is Wednesday, so the day before seems pretty likely. It's going to be, I believe, a live premiere with feeds starting after the episode, night one feeds, heading into, Thursday. There's no Thursday episode, but we'll have a live feed update ready to go. We'll be doing our draft as well. So there's going to be stuff coming up throughout the week. I guess we're supposed to look for familiar faces.
Cameos, she
weird.
said.
Yeah. So do you think this is like a in the house there's a pillow with Christmas's face on it kind of thing? Or is this more like,
Oh God.
they're dressed up in costume during the competition, or they're just in the audience?
She proposed it like it was a test.
Yeah.
Like only the true fans will know what we're talking about. And I'm lost. I have no idea what she could be referring
Well,
to.
what counts as a cameo? Is a cameo they're there, or is a cameo like
Maybe they're going
it's
to be getting video calls from former house guests.
Or is it like a,
I could see
Rebus
that.
puzzle of someone's name? Like, is that a cameo,
I feel like it's probably video messages from older house guests. Probably a couple of them come in to host a competition.
Maybe they'll get Wendy's in the house, Aman.
Some Wendy's. Hey, I'm down for that.
Like, wow,
maybe
Fessy is here to deliver Wendy's?
I think maybe like the house is furnished, and so there's some furniture in the house. Some players have been called furniture, and like almost, right? The fans will maybe get the reference.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a day bed, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, all right. Also, it seems like that there was some clues in the logo. Also, have people come up with a consensus of what they're referring to here?
I don't believe them at all because they do this every damn year, and then the theme comes out, and it's like, what the hell were y'all talking about? Where is the connection? It's like the most like non-cohesive thing ever. I'm not falling for it this time, Julie. I'm not taking the bait. I refuse.
It did seem like there was like a creepy hand coming at it, and we are going to go into the fall. Do you think that they're going to maybe lean into Halloween and it being like spooky season in the house?
They should, and I'm excited for that. I already asked Sam to be on that podcast.
Okay,
I think they probably will. This logo.
Here's Sam Moore has grabbed this, and so if you look over the E and the ER, George Clooney is coming back. That's George Clooney. Good God, that's George Clooney's hand coming out of the grave. It's right over the ER. It was right there.
Man,
you got it.
The pieces are there.
So yeah, there's this creepy hand that's coming right. That can't be anything else,
it's
right?
Very comic booky.
Yeah. Did we already do like a comic book season?
Yeah, two of these things have like very distinct comic book looks to them, and then even the hand like could theoretically be like a comic book thing,
like a villain or something. Yeah,
and then there's some like what is that middle thing? Coca-Cola.
So it's like
the theme is potluck, Mary. Let's bring whatever you want to the house.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't believe them.
The logo doesn't seem. It doesn't seem to match the design of the house at all.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, they just say that just to like get us all hype. And then we see the house and we're like, so what was all that hullabaloo for what? Like,
yeah. I see some people in the chat are positing a multiverse. Taran, that sounds like a nightmare if Big Brother tried to do a theme of a multiverse, right?
I mean, in a world or a universe where Big Brother can say, oh, the fan favorite got voted out in this version of the multiverse. Twist time. It's a new reality.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, that's coming up 1 week from tonight. Another thing just to let people know about. We did this for Survivor, and for the first time, we're doing this for Big Brother. We are partnering with the Make Your Picks app. It is a fantasy game, and you can play for free on the Make Your Picks app for iOS and Android. It is free to play. Once you get the app, click on featured pools to join the RHAP pool. You can download the app at robhasawebsite.com/ make your picks Apple or robhasawebsite.com/ I'm sorry, MYP Android. We're starting in week 2, so we will have a tweet out with the link for all of that. All right. Anything else to talk about before we sign off here for tonight?
I'm excited. I'm excited for Big Brother. It's been a while. For those that don't watch Big Brother Canada, that you might be used to this, but even then, it's the season was delayed, so it has been an extra long while there. And for those that do watch Big Brother Canada, we didn't get a season of Big Brother this year from Canada that was real. So it feels like it's been a while that we've gotten like proper Big Brother, and I'm stoked for it.
Okay. Again, we will be live after the episode next week. We'll have something up when the cast drops, and then we will do our draft of all of the players in the house. So that's going to be after 1 day of feeds. And of course, look, we don't learn that much, actually. We found out last year from 1 day of feeds.
Yeah.
We don't learn much from 1 day.
Yes.
We learned a lot from 1 day of resources or research rather. So
all
we'll
right.
find something out.
There we go. All right. Mary, what's coming up for you?
Not too much coming up besides Big Brother, but yeah, this is going to be interesting. I feel like it's, with everything to do with the writers' strike and everything, all these big stations saying, "Oh, it's fine, we'll just do reality TV." So they better show us what they got then.
All hands on deck. This might be only the first U.S. Big Brother season of the year. We might go right into another one right after, because that's how we got to this point with. Wait, hold on. How is it the 25th anniversary? Well, in 2008, there was a writer's strike where they did a season of Big Brother in the winter. So we could hit the 30th anniversary of Big Brother in a year or two.
Yeah. Do we think the diary rooms will be better because they are not allowed to write anything for them?
Oh, interesting. I don't think that Big Brother has guild writers on it. I think that there are producers that throw things on it, but I'd be surprised.
Out of there.
Yeah. I don't think that they have. I think the jokes will be the same. What I did take exception to, Aman, what do you think about? Julie said, from the moment the season ends, people are working on the house, getting it ready for the next year. True or false?
False.
Yeah. They go in like 2 weeks before.
Them bitches are at the rap party getting drunk. Ain't nobody over there hammering away.
Yeah. Where they're not improving the house all year long, getting ready for the next people to come in.
Because if they were, then I have some serious questions to ask, because some of these houses be
that was a lie. That was a lie.
It's not like musical theater where you've got to strike the set instantly after the thing's over.
Which is, I think it was CC23 when they were releasing house pictures, and like everyone was like commenting on the ceilings, because the ceilings had like dry rot and like mold and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
Aman, they've been working on that all year. That was the best.
That was
Well, then let me go put in my application over there real quick, because clearly,
yeah. What they didn't say, it's one person that's working all year just to get it all ready.
Jordan in the chat sounds like or Harry says in the chat, sounds like my general contractor.
All right, Aman, what's coming up for you?
Nothing much other than I will be at the premiere party, Oz's premiere party in NYC. Yes. I will be working with RHAP, doing a takeover on Instagram, getting a chance to interview all of the familiar faces that we'll see at the party. So I will be there. Make sure that you follow RHAP on Instagram and
Thread. Hey. All right. Yes. Okay. Follow Aman on the red carpet next Wednesday night.
Yes. And other than that, Big Brother shenanigans as per usual.
Okay. Great to talk some Big Brother tonight with you, Aman. And Taran, what's coming up for you?
come find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Taran Armstrong. We'll be watching the episodes of Big Brother live together. I watched tonight's episode on Twitch. We'll be continuing to do that throughout the season. It's always a good time. We run predictions. You can try and guess what's going to happen. And we are able to like react as a group to the various happenings of the episodes. It's always fun to watch with other people. So come hang out with me and do that. I'll also probably be streaming with some live feeds occasionally and all kinds of fun stuff over there.
Okay, well, Taran, nice to be back talking Big Brother with you tonight. And for everybody else, check out everything that we are doing on Rob Has a Website, including Claim to Fame coverage, which has been very fun here in season number 2. Not to mention, I also got to talk about Stars on Mars, and maybe they could get Kim Kardashian and Tom Brady for the next Stars on Mars season. And also earlier today, we had Sasha Joseph taking over the Below Deck recap. Big Deck Energy. She and Chappelle got together to talk about episode 2 of the new season of Below Deck Down Under. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to everything we're doing here so you don't miss anything Big Brother. Go to robhasawebsite.com/Big Brother. Click that subscribe button here on YouTube. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.